I would love if we could be honest and rebrand singles events as The Truth, which is a perfect place to meet your brand new platonic best friend. Men don't go to these. Men do not go to singles events. Stop paying money to go to singles events. Men don't go. Stop it.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at women realizing that men just want to stay single. Don't forget to drop your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's just jump right into it.
You know what's the biggest difference between men in their 20s and 30s? Men in their 20s still want to find the one. They're still talking to them, spending energy time. Men in their 30s just want to be left alone by the one.
What she doesn't realize is who is actually responsible for making men feel that way in their 30s.
Actually, no. The men stopped dating because girls like you aren't loyal anymore, and they started to realize they were wasting their time trying to make relationships work with girls that ultimately didn't care about them. And now it's ruined everything.
Why should any man be forced to handle a so-called strong woman? It is a raw deal. I have never heard a man say that he wants to handle a woman, ever.
Men are out here, we just don't give a anymore because some lady just whack as
Facts.
It's so disappointing when we just want the bare minimum, but their bare minimum, they keep moving the goalposts.
Well, what is the bare minimum?
Facts.
What is the bare minimum for a woman? What is the bare minimum? I'm sorry, I don't.
Hey, y'all don't
Let's go at it.
The women keep moving the goalposts, all right? I personally will wine, dine, and I
The bare minimum for a man is just basic respect, which modern women call princess treatment. I mean, how ridiculous is it at this point?
fly you out. But my situation is now is that even doing that, the girl goes, oh, it's not good enough because I have several other men doing the same thing. So how do you up them when I get flown to? Hold up.
You say girls ask for too much.
Hold up. I will only invest so much if it's not reciprocated. Even if I'm even spending the money, right? If she's not reciprocating, then what the f spending the money just to try and get you?
Take note on how many of these women immediately start to just get aggressive the second that he tells the truth.
This is an evil world we live in. She said, why are you so scared of marriage? He said, here's why. A woman I was dating bought me a cologne, which made me extremely happy because she rarely bought me gifts. One day I looked at her phone and found a text she had sent. She said, I bought him the same cologne as yours so I can smell you in my house. You know how much pain in your chest that is, dog? What the?
It is disturbing how little women like this think of men who are in their lives.
How many guys do you think you could pull in the club if you're like really trying?
None.
If you were trying, it was like a challenge that...
6.
6, okay, one night, 6. Oh, yeah, that's respectable. Get a guy's number right now.
Oh no.
I'm gonna give you a prize.
Wait,
Right,
what's the
come on,
prize?
let's go.
What's the prize?
You're gonna find out if you get the number.
Right,
Okay.
come on then.
Wait, what happened?
No, I didn't do your answer. You just have to wait. What if I find someone else to do it for and I can watch you do it?
Getting a dude's phone number was easy a long time ago, but those days are over, it seems.
Alright, now we're filming on the meadows for the video. You know that already.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, any guy. Or generally, ask the other guy.
Can I get your number?
Why?
Because why not?
What? You don't just walk up to a guy and ask for food.
Yeah, you do. That's what you do one day. Because why not?
Because maybe she thinks you're attractive and cute.
Yeah.
No, sorry. That's a very weird reason.
What the hell?
We live in a time where men have to be cautious around women like this. I mean, it is what it is.
When did like going to the bar become like such a bad thing? I thought like being social and like going out with your friends was supposed to be healthy, and now it's like looked down upon. Just because I want to get a drink and hang out with friends and meet new people does not mean that I'm like low value or passed around. I'm also in my 20s. What else is there to do? Like, this is like a very normal thing. And also, if you're not talking to any girls at the bar, where are you talking to girls? I would love to hear that.
Men are realizing that alcohol and modern women don't seem to be a very good mix. It's best to just not deal with both of them at this point.
As a female, honestly, I could see why dudes be hating us or getting mad. I went on a date last night. He was very nice, you know, picked me up, took me to dinner, and, you know, I made sure we had the best time of our life. I was nice. Like, he would have never been able to think that in my head, I'm just thinking about how this man is never seeing me again.
Sounds like she manipulated this guy into giving her free attention and a free meal.
Can you tell us why are you single?
Why am I single?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm just too bad for everyone. They can't handle it.
They can't handle you?
They can't handle me. It's not a picture. They're recording. Come on.
Nah, come on, get in. Hey, bro. Hey, are you single, bro? I'm single. Why are you single, man? Why? Yeah. Because I choose to be. To what? You want me to say it in the mic? Yeah. I'm single because I choose to be. You choose to be. And bro, you happy, aren't you?
He's obviously intoxicated, but you can tell by his smile that he is just happy to be single by choice.
Where are the men?
In the house.
I love us women, but like I'm tired of going to events.
Stay with the girls.
1,000,001 girls, and there's like 2 men in the corner. Like,
deal with it.
Man, y'all don't want to leave your house.
No. Stay away. Stay away. We are in the house. Gym, home, work, home again. Maybe go to mama house. Maybe go to dad house. That's about it. We in the house. You said leave you alone. You chose the bear.
Modern women don't seem to realize how badly they screwed up when they said that they would choose the bear. This isn't going away anytime soon.
Quick question. Where are we meeting the men that actually want to date and be in a relationship? Because it's not the dating apps. It's not. It's not the coffee shops. I've been trying that. I've been trying that for a while now. Definitely not the bars. Not at my age, because they're all like 21, 22. So they definitely don't want to be in a relationship. And I definitely do not want to be a cougar. Nothing wrong with that. Just not my type. I, again, tend to go about 8 to 10 years older than me. I found out even those don't want to date for.
Asking where to find men is completely pointless. A lot of men have just checked out and that's that. By the time women have to ask where are all the men, you know things are messed up.
Relationship. Even they are still figuring things out. Yeah, they are. So where are we meeting the ones that want to date and be in a relationship? That want to date to eventually get into a relationship? That are dating to see if we're compatible for a relationship, not other things. No. I need to know because I have yet to find them.
Those types of men are quite literally everywhere, but she thinks those men are simply not good enough.
So I just came across her, okay? And she is upset because every time she seems to go out, it's undesirable men and men that she says are quote unquote ugly and unattractive are the men that always approach her. And that is hurting her confidence because she knows that she's so pretty and so beautiful and they're not even in her league. Okay, listen now. Listen, take it from me. If you're constantly getting swiped right on by a certain type of guy, approached by a certain type of guy, invited out on dates by a certain type of guy, that indeed is your league. They are within your league and you are within their league. Have you ever heard that you attract what you are? If there's a scintilla of truth to that, this is the prime example.
A lot of these women love to live in a state of constant denial when it comes to dating men. It's actually crazy.
My name is Sade.
Hey, Sade. Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob. How old are you?
33.
Okay, we're about the same age. So are you single, dating, married?
Single.
Why are you single?
I think women expectations are very high, but also, you know, the life-work balance is kind of difficult, especially with inflation and everything going on. So women want a lot of attention. Sometimes they're trying to, you know, stick to the goal. So it's kind of hard to balance both. We want the greatest dates in the world, but they don't want to share exactly what it is they like.
When the financial and emotional costs outweigh the benefits, I think it's just better to be single at that point.
A perfect example is my buddy. He recently went on a date, and the young lady didn't like it. Like, she told him, like, flat out, the date was okay, you know, and he was like, well, I was asking you, did you like this type of restaurant, that type of restaurant? You know what she told him? You should just know. And that was kind of crazy.
You should just know is just a ridiculous thing to say. Men are not mind readers.
I'm not sure who needs to hear this out there, but when it comes to approaching a woman, an overwhelming majority don't want to be approached. Now, this information comes from, I asked the question, what's a way to approach a woman where they would feel safe and comfortable? And over the last couple of days, probably 2,200 different comments have come through, and I'd say at least 90%, maybe more of them, where we don't want to be approached or don't approach. So if you're a man and you're thinking about approaching a woman, the best advice is don't.
This shouldn't shock anybody. A lot of modern women have been saying to leave them alone for quite literally years.
I tried booty calling a man last night, and he called me and was like, hey, so I actually think that it would make more sense if I like took you to dinner first before we did that. Why was I upset? I was upset. All I wanted is the man to take me to dinner, and now I'm upset that he won't come over. But we could still do dinner later, but like tonight I want to hang out. He said, I'd rather not. I'm the problem. But I'm not going to ever say that I'm the problem. I'm going to blame all the prior men in my life that led me to this moment to now be this problem. So it's all your faults anyways.
It's impossible to give women like this what they actually want. They will just change their minds.
70% of men are choosing to stay single. And I don't even blame them. And this shouldn't be a shock to anybody. Dating in this generation is so impossible, and I can talk about it for literally days. It feels like every single woman in this generation is either a gold digger or a bop or both. And so yeah, a lot of men are saying, we choose to be single, we're not gonna deal with this anymore, and I get it. I wouldn't either. That sounds awful.
Dating has been rigged against men, so the only way to win is to simply not bother playing at all.
But it's crazy because you'll see women come online and be like, men are so sad and they're so single and they're so alone, but not me. I'm having a good time, just the men are having a bad time. And it's like, girl, be so serious for 2 minutes.
It's disturbing how many modern women celebrate the idea of men suffering from quote-unquote loneliness, which, by the way, is something I only ever hear women bring up.
Men have become bored with women. Women, you focus on your girlfriends, the car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear, your nails, your hair, your makeup, all the Botox and all the treatment you do, the fillers, the job, the butt tuck, the liposuction, and the list goes on and on. And when a man takes you out, you open your mouth and his head hits the table and he goes, not another one. There's no substance. There's no quality about you. Where's your virtue? Where's your dignity?
Men are not bored with modern women. A lot of guys are simply just done. I think there's a real difference there.
So today, Teen Vogue publishes this article. Young women are more liberal than young men, and it's making dating harder.
Is it though?
Or are women just having to face the reality that feminism lied to us about what qualities are actually attractive? And one girl who's 28 from Arizona said she screenshots dating app profiles when they mention a disqualifier for women that they date that seems unfair. Like being liberal, being bisexual, or not wanting to have kids. Which, call me crazy, don't seem that outrageous. Another girl said she loved falling in love with a Trump-supporting conservative man until he made her feel bad about how many guys that she had previously slept with. But is it at all possible that maybe that wasn't slut-shaming, just an honest conversation about premarital?
They are only outraged because they think that men are not allowed to have any preferences whatsoever.
So this woman was in a restaurant. She's looking around and all she sees is other women. Nobody on a date. No man and woman on a date. Just women that, as she said, dating each other. So the commentary is that men don't want to be on dates anymore. They don't want to go out with women because it's a waste of time and money. So my question is, did men ever like going on a date? Do men like going on dates? They like going to restaurants and trying different foods and things like that. Is it something that they only did because women like to do it? Like if I'm going to get in a relationship and I say I want to go to a restaurant, am I making him do something that he doesn't want to do? A lot of men say they just rather stay home. But what do you guys think?
The restaurant isn't the issue. The issue is the entitlement some women have towards them.
I'm just going to talk about this comment that was left on one of my videos, and there's quite a few men that leave similar comments to this, and this proclamation that, you know, this is why men are staying single. And this is obviously not all men, but there is a reason why men do this, and the reason that men say I'm staying single, which in other terms basically means I'm also willing to have a string of hookups that mean nothing to get my own needs satisfied.
Modern women oftentimes use men for the same purpose. Their body count speaks for itself.
Is that the reason that they do this is because they are not willing to face themselves. Any man that says, you know, I'm staying single is because they do not want to be in a situation that is causing them to face parts of themselves that have been denied, that have been repressed, where they are not taking accountability for the way that they show up in relationships. And obviously, if they're not in relationship or opening themselves up to the right person, they're not going to have this mirroring. And so by isolating and saying, this is why men are staying single, it's just basically another way of saying, I don't want to face myself.
The irony here is that she doesn't realize that her gibberish just proves our point to stay single.
I had to actually sit and think about this, and I had to ask myself, when is the last time a man came up to me and wanted to get to know me or exchange numbers? And it's been a long time. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it definitely has me questioning myself.
I mean, if you are gonna start checking yourself, I think you should probably start by maybe checking your energy, checking your aura, checking your mannerisms, checking how your facial expressions are coming off to the world. A lot of women, most women walk around with a very nasty attitude.
And those attitudes are encouraged and pretty much celebrated amongst modern women. All you have to do in order to see this is to go onto TikTok and take a look at some comment sections.
A lot of women walk around very irritable, very disrespectful, very mean, just very unapproachable. So I think if you are going to start there. You and a lot of other women should start there and try to acknowledge, what am I doing? How am I coming off to the world? Secondly, I think a lot of men are just kind of tired of knowing that most women are looking for help and they're not really looking for love. A lot of men are starting to catch on to the fact that as soon as they do exchange numbers with a lot of y'all, all of a sudden your hair needs to be done. And now all of a sudden you ain't ate in 3 days, and a bill has been backed up for the last 3 months. And and a lot of times when men ask y'all for your names, y'all got the audacity to throw out y'all Cash App number.
Men are not here to fund a modern woman's vanity. If she wants to be vain or if she wants something, she can pay for it herself.
A lot of men just don't date anymore. Intimacy has become completely conditional. It's so funny because if a man fails to meet a woman's needs in a relationship, oh my god, she can post a video about it and there's thousands of comments of women in support of that. But if a man wants a little bit more physical touch in his relationship, he's the problem. He's the problem every time he has a need or want. Not only that, but a lot of men, once they actually commit to a woman, have noticed the intimacy drop to almost nothing or nothing. But her expectations out of the relationship grow or stay the same. How is that fair? Why would he want to date? He gets nothing that he wants out of it.
They also weaponize the bedroom against their men far too easily, which is rather disturbing as well.
First of all, it's really easy to say that you don't want a relationship when a woman doesn't want a relationship with you. Women have collectively decided to raise their standards, and the truth is a lot of men these days don't meet those standards. A man being able to only pay the light bill is not going to cut it. Women want financial stability. This isn't new. Y'all try to act like it's new, but it's not. Back in the days when women didn't have bank accounts, didn't have jobs, they did select partners who could financially provide for them and their future children. Stop acting like women these days are so new and what's wrong with them and this is so revolutionary and these are modern women. Women have always expected a man to provide. You're modern because you expect a woman to split bills with you, and no woman in history has ever been asked that.
These women don't want providers, they just want to leech off of a man's resources.
This is horrifyingly concerning. I just finished watching a video of an unattractive and a physically incapable woman advocating to other women to stay single and repulse men. And her reasoning for it was that the male loneliness epidemic is arising and the woman loneliness epidemic doesn't exist. Now you see, the funny thing is, it's true, but the cycle reverses. You see, young men are incredibly lonely at this moment in time, but older women, after you get to the age of 30, 40, 50, you have your own thing coming when you are infertile, and the men the same age as you are still able to find young, attractive women through successive empires and build families. Or you're alone, the tables ever so slightly turn.
We are already starting to see that with women in their 30s crashing out over being single.
So I'm single and I'm just trying to be aware of men in the world, okay? And do single men go anywhere without a chaperone? I'm actually starting to panic. Where are they? Where are they? I feel like anytime I see a man vaguely my age, a woman appears, a child appears, that is a father. Where are the single men? Where are they? Do they not go to the grocery store?
It is too little too late to be asking that question. Those women pushed men away actively, and now they stay away.
I've never seen a man at Target. How do you eat? You can't exclusively go to sports games with the bros. Where are you? I know I'm at a deficit because I go to Broadway shows and tap dancing lessons. and I work from home. But like, I exist in public. I go out for drinks. I go to coffee shops. I go to the mall. I go to the store. Where are they? Where are they going?
Men are at work or at home or at the gym and living their lives without women like this.
This comment was just too good not to respond to. I honestly think it is true that men nowadays are uninterested in the dating game. And they're most likely the good ones, which then leaves us ladies having bad experiences, and then we, in hand, want to get off the dating scene. So then we're both left screwed because all the good ones are out of the dating scene and aren't interested. When is this going to change, though? Maybe we all need to come back together and make it work?
That will never happen. The bonds of trust have been broken, and I actually don't think there's really a way to fix it at this point.
Again, and don't ever say I never told y'all anything. Men are more attracted to peace than okay? And don't let that go over y'all heads, because I be hearing women, seeing women talk about her, talk about his girl, talk about his wife. That lady is probably an angel, but you don't know what type of energy, peace, vibes, happiness, just being a good soul, being a good person. You don't know what this person brings, what type of value she brings.
It takes significantly more than bedroom fun to make a man want to stay with a woman. What many women fail to realize is that it's actually a very different thing to try and keep a man around.
Y'all so focused on the image, the outside. The exterior is beautiful, inside is just ew. And I be hearing it all the time from these men. Yeah, she bad as hell. She cold as hell. Body banging. Attitude ugly. Energy ugly. Peace, happiness, love is way more attractive than what you think.
A man's peace is all he has, and he won't allow a combative woman to destroy that.
The funniest thing about so many men is nowadays, so many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately.
A lot of men have their fair share of horror stories when it comes to modern-day relationships. You just ask any guy and they will tell you.
Men are sick of modern women, and this is why. Don't get mad at me, I'm just the messenger. You do not compliment that man's life, you complicate it. Men already have to go into the world, in their workplace, around other men. They have to compete 24/7. In order to be considered a high-quality man, you have to be competitive. He deals with all of that in the world already, and then he comes home to you, and you want to compete with him more. Reason number 2, there's no clear win for them. You want them to be strong, not dominant, though. Be sensitive, but don't be weak. Lead, but don't control me. Provide, but don't be transactional towards me. These men have no clear way to win a situation with most of you women.
The funny part is, even if she does get a man who meets those standards, she would still dump him anyway. You watch.
If you're being a and your man snatches your phone from your hand and your phone is open, just say, Siri, lock my phone. Locked. Siri is gonna lock that phone. So save this, okay? If you are being and your man snatches your phone, say, Siri, lock my phone. Siri, lock my phone, and it'll lock. You're welcome.
That's not helpful at all. By doing that, you're just confirming that you are sleeping with other men.
I never realized how little game that I had with men until one time I was out at a bar with my friends, and I'd had a few drinks and my ego was getting a little bit too high that night. And I think I was running a little bit low on money. I don't know, I just couldn't afford to buy myself drinks all night. Why did I go out? I know that was my fault. But anyway, me being dumb and having too many drinks already, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go find a guy that'll buy me a drink. But I didn't really want to put much effort into it.
Of course, she didn't want to put in the effort. In her eyes, effort is always going to be the man's job, apparently.
So I'm with my girlfriends, and I'm what should I do? How should I, what should I say? How should I find a guy, whatever. So they point at this guy that was across the bar that was kind of looking at me. And they were you have to walk up to that guy. like, he's already looking at you, blah, blah, blah. He looks interested. And I was like, okay, like, what should I say? And I was like, should I just literally walk up and be like, you really look like you want to buy me a drink right now? And my friends were like, yeah. Like, they were like hyping me up so much. They're like, you have to say that. Like, that's so perfect.
This is just another example of how a lot of modern women actually aim to keep each other single.
It's not. But anyway, I got so much courage up, and I finally like walked over to him. He was standing there with like 2 of his guy friends, and I just tap on his shoulder, and he turns to me, and I was like, you really look like you want to buy me a drink right now. And you want to know what he said? He looks me dead in the eyes and goes, no, I don't. Oh, okay. Well, let me just go flush myself down the toilet or something. Like, Jesus.
She was let down easy by this guy, and she still had to go to the bathroom and then cry about it. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.